What's up? What's up, everyone? Thanks for tuning back in. Today I am going to show you guys some areas around Puyallup, Washington, and South Hill, Washington, which is really Puyallup. If you ask anybody around here, just obviously a little bit south. We're going to go around to probably a couple new construction neighborhoods, maybe some older ones. We'll see. We'll see where we can maybe grab some lunch at. Obviously got to show you some food. And yeah, it is a bright, sunny day. Couldn't ask for anything better. And it's getting hot up here. When I say hot, I mean, I know everyone's from different parts, but when it gets anything close to 90 or above 90, like that's pretty hot up here. Now, the good thing is it's not a humid hot, it's dry. And then there's so much greenery and everything around here that it really just makes for a great day to be outside and do outdoor things. That's why we got to go out. But yeah, I'm going to basically start south to north, basically south in the Graham area, and then head it up, and we'll just go from there. So the more south you are of 512 of Puyallup and you're getting towards like Graham and I mean a little east towards like Ording or Bonnie Lake, basically towards Mount Rainier, right, and then going all the way through to Yelm and Roy, the more you'll obviously find more land and space for all these homes. Now, goes on the flip side, if you're looking for that, you're obviously going to be more away from the main roads, main highways. Takes you longer to get up to places like Seattle or SeaTac with the airport. And yeah, but of course, if you want some of your space, that's the way to go. And there's a lot of great home options going south with land that you're just not too far away from the city feel. So it's a great kind of happy medium if that's what you're looking for, between city feel and still in a rural, more country type setting. Now, homes out there, you'll be looking at, there's good more options of, or a variety of like manufactured homes. There's homes obviously that are, once you're out there, you have to deal more with being on a septic or a well. It's not always a given that you'd be connected to city utilities like that. But it can be a 15-minute drive and then you're back in the city with every kind of amenity that you need. So like right here. So I'm coming up on Meridian, and I've spoken about it in previous videos, especially my pros and cons of Puyallup, I believe. So I'm literally going to turn it around here. And show you guys kind of what I was talking about. Meridian is the main highway that goes up and down to 512, can take you from downtown Puyallup all the way down, and you'll pass, the north side of Meridian has a Target, and then you just go down like 10 minutes again and it's got another Target. It kind of tells you the what's the word I'm looking for? The denseness, the density of the population, and just like kind of how much demand there is for the stores and stuff all around here. So pretty much, even though it's a very busy road, Meridian is still pretty much this, 4-lane, I guess, right? 2 lanes on each side. Stays like this all the way up. Now here it's not too bad because we're more south, like I was saying, and it kind of gives you more breathing room as you're down here. But I like to say basically once you get past 176th Street, that's where it kind of starts getting a little hectic, to be honest. But that's because, like I said, there's any kind of shop and restaurant off of this road. But we're going to pull off before that to one of these newer built subdivisions. Mount Rainier right there, popping out. This video does not do it justice, man. But that is a pretty view. Here's the sales office to the right. We ain't stopping there. I'll just take you guys straight in. Check it out. Gotta have my caffeine. Prime today. Tropical punch. Not bad. I like this. Their energy drinks a lot better than their like Gatorade version. Their sports drink hydration one. I don't really like it. It's a little too syrupy for me. But their energy drinks are pretty good. So I just pulled over to the side here. We're gonna go walk through some of these neighborhoods, but you can kind of see behind me, right? It's just, it goes back a ways. These are all newer builds over the last couple of years. You know, caveat, of course, it's like if you're not one for, you know, being in a community type setting or being really close cookie cutter next to each other, probably not for you. But these are all big homes, have lots of square footage, lots of bedrooms, and obviously they're in a very good spot for families with the schools and easy commutes to all your amenities like we talked before. Now, let me look real quick just to give you guys a good example of kind of what's on the market right around here. The average you're looking at, right, 4 beds, 2.5 bath, like what I was talking about, big square footage. They're all about, 2,400 square feet, maybe even higher. I see a lot of 2335s. I see one right here, 2825. So you're even pushing some that are even close to 3,000 square feet. And median prices, you're looking mid fives, low 600s. So like 580, 590. 635K, right? We're talking about 1,000, of course. See one down here for 510. This one is one of the smaller ones we're looking at. It's about 1,700 square feet, 3 beds, 2.5 bath. But that's kind of the gist of the price range in this neighborhood right now. Whew. Excuse me, carbonation got to me, but we are walking just up and down the street here. Let me show you around. So, that dog's barking at me. We're gonna go just around the corner probably. This is a great, like I said, all these homes are close to each other. There's, if you want to see the parking, I guess it wouldn't be the best if you have more than 2 cars, to be honest. But quiet neighborhood. Like I was saying before, I think the best thing about this is you just go out. You can go one way to the countryside, the other way to all the stores you need and stuff. But like just the view of Mount Rainier and everything too, just being right outside of this neighborhood or just right around the corner, it's pretty nuts. Yeah, great homes, like I said. So you'd be looking at mid fives. You say mid fives to mid sixes, right? But all these built within the last couple of years. Some still being finished on the other side too. There's some that literally are being finished this year. That's why they have that sales office. So that's why they have that sales office still present and happening and active. What they do is they have a sales rep, aka another agent in there, and try to obviously have you go directly through them. Now, I always, if one of our buyers that we're working with, wants a new build, If it helps you as the buyer to not go through me, of course we just say no, go through them. Like, they'll set you up. But more often than not, really what it comes down to is that comes more down to the lending and them having you set up with their preferred lenders, because that's where they're really saving the money, because on both sides, because the preferred lender is basically trying to cover, you know, all these homes here, so they're giving them a discount, and then on top of that, they can give you a discount with the credits that they can give you from the builder. So really, it's, oh wait, I'm going the wrong way here. I gotta go back. Still, it's never really there's never really a time where you should give up your representation, aka me, as the agent, because if you were to go just directly through them, they might talk about incentives, but at the end of the day, they're still going to have the seller, you know, the builder's best interests on their side first, because they're the ones that are there as the sales rep for them, right? So it's really better to still be working with us, because we are representing you and have your best interests. I'm gonna go back to the truck, check out another neighborhood, maybe an older one. We'll see what we can find right now, and go find a lunch spot too. Alright, so this is where we start getting into the little busier spot. Okay, so we passed behind us like a Fred Meyer, which is a, you know, grocery store chain up here. Passing by Walmart now too. You know, you got Red Robin. What else is in here? Yeah, Ulta, Ross, Kohl's, Red Robin, all that's on this side. And then this is like a little regional airport on the right. There's shows and stuff, I believe, that come off of that, but it's not, if you look it up, it's tiny, right? It's more for just private planes and maybe even some training or classes there. But yeah, we started hitting it here where more traffic will pile up. Like I said, we're north of 176, and yeah, we're just going to be passing a lot of stores and just everything else you need to make a stop. So the thing with all these places to stop, there's a lot of just crossroads and stoplights. That's what causes most of the traffic that piles up right here. You know, there's a stoplight on every, I don't even know, like, you know, 128th, 136, 145th. It's numbered down, you know. And there's just stoplights at every single one. And really, if you go, there are back roads, which is the plus, but it kind of comes out to the same amount of time. So it's really just one of those spots where you're like, all right, do I just suck it up and keep, you know, staying on the main road? Or do I just want to feel like I'm moving, but you're still basically making the same time? So that's why, look at the traffic I'm still in right here on the side, you know. Pretty typical, especially us, the Washingtonians up here. I mean, I get, you know, I'm a Washingtonian at this point. I'm a Californian, I'm a Washingtonian, I'm a veteran, you know what I mean? I don't know. I've lived in a bunch of different places at this point, but being here for, you know, some odd years already, when the sun comes out, everyone comes out. Everybody wants to be doing something outside. And so that's why probably the traffic here, even on just like a normal Saturday in the middle of the day, is backed up here, because people are trying to go places now because they're like, oh my gosh, like the sun is out, we got to go do something. So I just pulled off, actually pulled off. I passed where I used to live with my wife when we were dating, way back before we even bought a house. Some apartments back here, but I pulled off just to show you kind of the other side of these other types of homes that you can find back here. So these are all private roads, right? Let's see, let's turn left here. So these are private roads. Well, sorry, back ones were private, the gravel ones. These still, though, kind of give you a good glimpse of, you know, what the older Puyallup homes look like in older neighborhoods. So if you don't like that cookie cutter style, newer homes, new builds, maybe something you're looking for something a little more fixer-upper, more affordable too, without an HOA, right? That's a big selling point for folks, not having an HOA. This is what you can find. Still, it's just directly off of Meridian, off of that main road we're talking about with a lot of the traffic. This is just right off of it. And I'm gonna go left here to just kind of keep showing you. But yeah, these are all, you know, people living on their own. I say living on their own. People just having their own different streets in a way, right? Where they can really do more. And it's an older community. But, you know, people would sometimes look for that, right? With more character. Look, these people have their whole life parked in front with the trailers, with the fifth wheels and the RVs. But these are nice big homes over here too. I want to keep going this way. They're just older. So you have a lot of that in Puyallup. I don't know where I'm going now. There we go. You have a lot of that in Puyallup for sure. There's the subdivision popping up with brand new builds, and then you still have this area with nice newer homes. Look, I mean, to be honest though, it's like, all right, well, there's this house here. Don't want to call them out too much, but it's like, hey, downside of an HOA, if you don't like seeing that, and they're just like, hey, maintain your front yard a little bit, right? But yeah, that is kind of a good kind of picture there. That was just 5 minutes right up the road. You'll find a lot of these back here too, and it's just kind of a great mix of what you might be looking for and still being in this good commute wise area. I forgot to mention earlier too, you know, Puyallup has the Washington State Fairs, right? We, you know, still call the Puyallup Fair to some people, and that's just keep going up another 10 minutes, and that in the downtown area is a great point of emphasis because people love going down there for different events and whatnot. But turning it around, you know, like I said, this was just a couple minutes back that way, and now we're back to Meridian. So from here, I'm gonna go find some lunch, and I know exactly what I actually want to eat. Anytime in Puyallup, as long as the time permits and it's sounding good, I go to Muscle Maker Grill. Now that's a chain. It's somewhat of a chain, franchises right around the U.S., but I believe, I'm gonna look it up after when I park here, that this is the only Muscle Maker Grill like west of Texas or something. Definitely not any that I know of in Washington State besides this one. And it's actually owned and ran by friends of mine and my wife's. They knew my wife before my wife and I met, back when my wife was in her bodybuilding days actually. There we are, Muscle Maker Grill. Now, what I love about Muscle Maker is, and I wish we lived a little closer here because we've been doing it for a bit, is that they meal prep too. So, you know, if you're trying to be a little more aware of what you're eating and trying to eat a little cleaner, look, the food is already good. On top of that, they have meal prep options, especially for, you know, you got people that are on heavy schedules, you know, you hate cooking during the week and all like that. You can just put your order in, like a weekly order, pick it up same day, and then you got all your food ready for the week. Definitely check it out. If there's one nearby you, look it up, Google it. There might be one by you, depending on where else you live in the country. But definitely great option. Like I said, meal plans, they have new hours, so they're open now 12 to 5 on the weekends too. I'll show you inside. I'm only showing you guys one bite because I hate filming myself eating, but I got berry protein shake, good scoop of protein, jalapeno burger, sweet potato fries, that's air fried, not in the fryer. All this great for macro tracking, clean, and tastes delicious. Yeah. This beats going to frickin' McDonald's right next door. You'll feel a lot better after you eat this too. Appreciate y'all coming along, looking through Puyallup. Hit me up if you have any other questions about this town, this city, or any of the other cities nearby. If you're in the area, come to Muscle Maker Grill. You won't regret it. And yeah, see you guys soon. Thanks.